Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I want to give my thoughts about a television series that just ended, and unless another network, maybe like a streaming services like Hulu or Amazon Prime or Netflix, doesn't come to the rescue, it might be the only season that we see. I am talking about Why the Last Man, which is based on a comic book series of the same name. I was intrigued by the concept. I never read about the comic books before. I don't read comic books. Um, I saw the trailer for the series. I didn't know it was going to be 10 episodes, but um, I really was interested. So basically, Why the Last Man is a post-apocalyptic, say that multiple times, apocalyptic dramas television series developed by Lisa Clark, and like I mentioned, it's based on a comic book series. Um, Lasted for 10 episodes the first season. By the time it was the eighth episode, the announcement came that the show was getting cancelled. Um, and it stars Diane Lane, Ashley Romans, Ben Schnetzer. I've never heard of these two guys, but Diane Lane, of course, is very famous. Olivia Thirlby as well. I've seen her in a few movies. And Amber Tamblyn. What actually struck me um, from the trailer is unfortunately the appearance of that particular actor is only very short-lived. Just a few scenes, and that is Paul Gross. If you know who Paul Gross is, he's the Mountie in the series um, Due South, and of course I've seen him in many movies and some other shows since then, including Republic of Doyle, where he plays a villainous role in or an anti-hero role for quite a few episodes as well. So Paul Gross is an amazing actor. I saw him portray the President of the United States, and this is probably one of the few actors who's portrayed both the Canadian Prime Minister as well as an American President. So that's probably unique for some people. His role is very small. He dies off in the pilot episode. So basically, what happens is all of a sudden, without any explanation, all the male um, gender of the species for humans, animals, they all die off. Anybody with the Y chromosome. So it's only women who are surviving, and this is this is kind of like a nightmare for some people, I guess. But yeah, it's only women who survive, the female of the species. Although they don't really show too many animals since then, it's surprising. And there are trans men, women who are transgendered on to become men. That is a subject for a couple of episodes as well, a couple of scenes. And the exception is that there is one man, Yorick Brown, and that also lies into the Why the Last Man, who happens to be the son of Diane Lane's character, Jennifer Brown, who by she's elevated to the position of the president because everybody else before her, she's a congresswoman. Everybody else before her was male, and they all died out. The only other female was in a accident, in a plane accident, and presumed or helicopter accident, and presumed to be dead. She does come back and challenges Diane Lane's character for the presidency. Ashley Romans, who is a knockout character, she does a fantastic job. She plays Sarah Bergen, or Agent 355. She is a member of the secretive service known as the Culper Ring organization, and she is tasked to supporting the president, and then she assigns her to protect Yorick. So basically, when they find out that Yorick has survived, not many people know about it because it is complete chaos. And Diane Lane's character, Jennifer Brown, she is scared what might happen if other people find out that the current president's son is the only male survivor. Oh yeah, he does have a monkey. I think he's a capuchin monkey, the most famous kind in television shows and Remember Friends, and a couple of other movies as well. He is male as well, so they don't know why he is the only one who has survived. as well as the capuchin monkey. Um, and so she has Agent 355, uh, take him to on a secretive mission to go to Boston to meet up with Dr. Allison Mann, who's a Harvard University geneticist, played by Diana Bang. I don't really know anything about her. All I know is she is um, I think Korean, maybe Chinese Canadian or Korean Canadian. I think Korean Canadian, and she is she is funny in quite a few scenes. She plays the comic relief, although she's a brilliant geneticist. She's the only one who existing scientist who could possibly find why Yorick is the only one who has survived, and maybe even find a cure so that future born men, babies, and all can survive. And so it is a huge mission for the safety of humanity that they do this. However, there are a lot of issues that happen. Oliver Thirlby plays Hero Brown, very odd name. She's a paramedic, and very, very, very convenient for her, as I can say it. She's actually in a relationship with a married paramedic, her partner, and they have a fight the night before the catastrophe happens, and all the men die. So they have a big fight, and she accidentally kills him. When she comes out, she realizes that all the men have died. So initially she doesn't tell this to anybody that she actually kills him, but later comes out. There is Juliana Canfield, who plays Beth DeVille. She is Yorick's former girlfriend. They were actually splitting up just before this happened, and she joins with a group of female insurgents who want to take over. They feel the government isn't doing everything possible for protecting and providing for the rest of the women, and therefore they want to take over. So she's along with them. You've got Elliot Fletcher, who plays Sam. He's a trans man and Hero's best friend. You've got Amber Tamblyn plays Kimberly Campbell Cunningham. She plays who's the daughter of President Ted Campbell, which is Paul Gross's character, who's passed away. She's got her agenda. She doesn't like Jennifer Brown, who's had some problems with the president before. So she's hell-bent on removing her, and she wants the actress who plays the Regina Oliver, Jennifer Wigmore, she would have been the next in line to succeed, but it is many months after, I think 6 months or maybe a year, when she was believed to be dead, but she was recovered and brought, healed, and then they bring her back to the Pentagon, where the current administration is staying in. So there's a lot of clash over there. So Agent 355 and Yorick go to meet Dr. Allison Mann. Unfortunately, in Harvard, her lab has been trashed. So the only other place that she can actually do the experiments and has the equipment to do it is actually in San Francisco. So they've got to now go all the way to San Francisco. Along the while, they find a group of former inmates of a women prison they have resources enough for a lot of people to have decent food. They've got electricity, they've got music playing, and it's seemingly a very nice place. Yorick even manages to connect with one of the ladies over there, and he even wants to stay. The other aspect is there is the former press secretary to the press advisor to President Campbell is Nora Brady. She's played by Maureen Ireland. I've never seen her before as well, but she's also pretty amazing in this show. There's a lot of really good talent to be seen on this. Mostly people I've never met before. Sorry, never seen before, but they're all doing a bang-up job. And what happens is she is not allowed into the Pentagon because most of the guards don't know who she is. She and her daughter are taken, the survivors from her family, her son and husband passed away. So they took a long time to try to get to the Pentagon. They don't let her in, and she's got no way to reach out to the president to offer her services. So she ends up with a group of they call themselves the Amazons, and they are led by Missy Pye, who plays Roxanne, Daughters of the Amazon, sorry. And Missy Pye also, like I've seen her mostly in kind of like vampish comedy roles and things like that. I'm trying to think of the movies that I've seen her in. Of course, she plays an alien in, what's that movie now? Come on, the Galaxy Quest, and of course she's been in many other movies and I think a few other television shows. But Missy Pyle plays like a woman who's had problems with, sorry, there's a hair on my face. A woman who's had problems with the men at her workplace, and once this happens, she basically tries to take on pretends to be a former cop, and she basically becomes the leader of a huge group of women survivors who have they've taken shelter in a large I think the warehouse of a grocery chain or something like that. I couldn't something like that. That's what I actually remember. And she basically rallies them for things like that. She's very, very aggressive, and there's going to be clash between her and Nora as well. So Missy Pyle, amazing choice for this role. I wouldn't have expected her to play this kind of role, but she really looks tough in this in her role in this series. So overall, I was very, very happy. There's only one male actor, and you can see for the most part everybody else is women, or there's a trans man, and all the other men that you've seen before, they're only there for in the pilot, maybe in flashbacks, but that's about it. And I'm really disappointed that this show got cancelled. It is really interesting. I would say that in between there were a couple of episodes which kind of dragged. I think there was episodes 2 and 3, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 3 or 4. But the rest of the show has been, rest of the episodes were really good. Very disappointing. It ends up on a cliffhanger. We don't really know what's going to happen. The Pentagon is taken over, and everybody's on the run. There's this group that seems like a military and kind of like FBI or something like that, secretive organization called the Culper Ring, and that's where we'll leave everybody on. It's a really amazing show. I'm disappointed that it got cancelled, but I'm hopeful that maybe because the producers are trying to make it to Hulu or Netflix, they're trying to sell it ask streaming services to try and find it out. At least we get a couple of more seasons, and they get they were able to give us a proper ending. That would actually be really good. But I'm really disappointed. Oh, the other character who's a recurring actress is recurring cast member is Christine Flores, who plays the chief of staff to President Brown, played by Jess Salguero. So really, really good cast. I really like the acting for most of them. So that's about it. So I hope the show, which I would give an 8 out of 10 for the first season, I hope the show gets saved and we can see the rest of the episodes that they want to show us the story. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.